Welcome to the Deep Dive AI Brief. I'm Amin. This week, wow, it's been a mix of incredible science and, well, some serious financial jitters.
I'm Leah. And yeah, it's quite the range. We're seeing things like a potential 75% slowdown in Huntington's disease progression.
Amazing news.
Truly. But at the same time, there's this huge debate swirling around AI infrastructure. Is it the next big thing or the next big bubble?
Exactly. That's what we're diving into today. We'll try to connect the dots for you across 5 key areas.
Okay, so first up, that AI hype versus the dot-com crash comparison. Is it fair?
Then we'll look at 5G Advanced. How is it actually underpinning the mobile AI era? What are these 5 pathways?
Third, the radiologist puzzle. AI is better on tests, but demand for humans is soaring. Why?
We'll also hit some other major science news quickly.
And wrap up with some trending AI tools that are actually doing interesting things right now.
All right, let's jump in. The money aspect first. This AI investment boom. Well, everyone's whispering dot-com crash. The parallel seems to be huge investment, massive infrastructure build-out, maybe way ahead of actual, solid revenue. Is that accurate, though? Are today's companies different?
Well, that's the hope, isn't it? But the numbers. They do give pause. The sheer scale of spending is enormous. We're talking, what, $252 billion globally this year on AI?
And projected even higher.
Right, something like $320 billion in capital expenditure pledged by U.S. tech giants alone for 2025. That's a huge bet on the future.
And where's that money going? Is it mostly software, or are we talking big physical builds?
It's the physical builds that really trigger those dot-com comparisons. Think massive data centers. Meta's planning one the size of Manhattan.
Manhattan. Seriously.
Seriously. And OpenAI is talking about a $500 billion Stargate network project. It feels very much like the late 90s fiber optic boom.
Ah, yes, the famous dark fiber. Miles and miles of unused cable.
Exactly. Back then, estimates were that 85 to 95% of that fiber capacity just sat there, unused. Crippled the market.
So the fear is history repeating, building all this capacity based on hype.
That's the core concern. You have these enormous infrastructure costs. Now let's look at the revenue side. If the big tech players are pledging, say, $560 billion combined in AI-related CapEx,
Okay.
the realized AI-related revenue reported is only around $35 billion so far.
Wow, that is a significant gap.
It's staggering, and maybe even more telling for businesses on the ground. Reports suggest something like 95% of AI pilot projects, they fail to deliver actual bottom-line value.
95%, that's sobering.
It is. So the risk isn't just about stock valuations, it's about creating another generation of, well, dark data centers if that return on investment doesn't show up fairly soon.
Right, so the takeaway for anyone in business is you need to balance that enthusiasm with some hard financial discipline. Prove the value before you build the Manhattan-sized data center.
Exactly. Sustainable growth needs proof, not just potential.
Okay, let's shift from the financial risk to the actual pikes being laid. 5G Advanced or 5GA. We're hearing about a rapid rollout, 50-plus networks, over 120 handset models by late 2025. This is supposed to be the backbone for mobile AI.
It is, and it's not just about speed. It's about embedding AI capabilities into the network itself, making it more autonomous. Huawei talks about 5 key pathways here.
5 pathways. Which ones really show how AI is changing the network's brain, so to speak?
I think the most illustrative one is Pathway 5, the agent engineer team.
Agent engineer team. Sounds futuristic.
It kind of is. Think virtual AI experts managing the network. They're aiming for level 4 autonomy, meaning the network can largely perceive, analyze, and fix itself without humans stepping in constantly.
So self-managing networks.
Pretty much. And they say these AI teams are already supporting over 500,000 sites globally, handling things like unmanned maintenance.
That changes the economics of running a network, surely.
Absolutely. And the other pathways enable this, like all-domain digital sites basically giving every cell tower digital sensors, eyes, and ears for the AI. And the speed comes from things like massive MIMO, using fancy antenna arrays to deliver, a solid 100 megabits per second baseline pretty much everywhere, with peaks up to 5 gigabits. You need that reliable bandwidth for AI on your phone.
So it all connects the infrastructure like beamforming, enabling new stuff like drone networks, the low-altitude economy, they call it.
Right.
It's not just theory. It's aiming for huge economic impact, maybe CNY, 20 trillion.
Yeah.
And directly for us, it means AI phones could hit 400 million shipments, maybe outselling regular smartphones soon.
It's a massive infrastructure bet, already reshaping the devices in our pockets.
Okay, let's switch to a place where AI predictions really Didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Radiology. Nobel laureate Geoffrey Hinton famously said AI would replace radiologists.
I remember that prediction. Caused quite a stir.
But now,
Yeah.
demand for human radiologists is through the roof.
Yeah.
Salaries are hitting, what, $520,000? Even when AI models are technically better at spotting things on scans and tests, what happened? Why did that prediction fail?
It failed because fundamentally it misunderstood the job. It saw radiology as just pattern recognition on an image, but it's way more complex. There are, I'd say, 3 big reasons humans are still essential.
Okay, what's the first?
First, benchmarks can be really misleading. AI does great on clean, curated test data, but take that same model and put it in a real hospital.
Yeah.
With different machines, different patient populations, messy electronic health records, its performance can drop, sometimes by like 20 percentage points. Especially combining images and text notes reliably, that's still hard for AI.
So real-world messiness trips up the AI.
Pretty much. Which leads directly to the second reason. Regulation and risk. This is huge in medicine.
Liability.
Exactly. Liability, FDA rules, insurance. It all means a human must be legally responsible for the final diagnosis, especially when treatment decisions are made, even with helpful AI tools like IDXDR for eye scans. A human clinician still has to sign off. The AI can speed things up, flag things, assist, but it can't take the legal responsibility. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, so the AI is an assistant, not the final authority. Makes sense. What's the third reason?
The third is that the job itself has evolved. Radiologists do more than just read scans now. They consult with surgeons, they talk to patients, they supervise complex procedures like biopsies.
Higher value tasks.
Right. And ironically, when AI makes the scan reading part faster, it frees up the radiologist to do more of that complex human-centric work. History shows efficiency gains often increase demand for skilled human judgment, not decrease it.
Fascinating. So the very tool predicted to replace them actually kind of elevated the human role.
In a way, yes. It focused their work on the parts AI can't do.
All right, let's broaden the view for a moment. Beyond the AI market buzz and specific applications, there's just some incredible science happening.
Definitely. Amidst all the economic anxiety, there are genuine breakthroughs offering real hope. We picked 3 highlights.
Go for it.
First, that news on Huntington's disease we mentioned. A gene therapy trial, though small, showed a 75% slowing of disease progression over 3 years. That's potentially life-changing.
Incredible progress. But I imagine access is a huge issue.
It is, unfortunately. We're talking complex brain surgery required and a price tag north of $2 million. So the science is advancing, but making it accessible, that's the next massive hurdle.
Understood. Okay, what about science fiction turning real? Holograms on phones.
Yeah, this is cool. Researchers at St. Andrews University figured out how to combine standard OLED screen tech, the stuff in your phone display, with special holographic metasurfaces.
Okay.
It essentially cracks some major technical problems that kept true holograms off consumer devices. Could pave the way for much better AR and VR without bulky headsets.
Wow. Proper 3D displays in our pockets might actually happen. And the third one, something about a least psychedelic.
Right. A startup called Mindstate Design Labs used AI trained on, get this, 70,000 trip reports plus biochemical data.
Whoa.
To design a new compound, MSD-001. The idea is to get the therapeutic benefits we're seeing from psychedelics for mental health, but without the actual hallucinations or the intense trip. A safer, more controlled approach.
So AI is helping fine-tune potential medicines to maximize benefits and minimize risks. Very interesting application.
It shows AI moving into complex molecular design based on human experience data.
Okay, to round things out, let's quickly hit some trending AI productivity tools. These often show where the real utility is being found right now.
Yeah, the trend seems to be shifting from just chatting to AI agents that actually do stuff, especially with data and automation.
What's catching your eye?
For data analysis, Capalyze looks interesting. It's like a ChatGPT specifically for people who work with data scrape info, ask complex questions, get visualizations quickly.
Okay, data crunching. What else?
For building things without code, Blocks is getting attention. You describe what you want in plain English, and it tries to build smart work apps or agents for you. Chat-driven development, essentially.
Turning ideas into apps via chat. Cool. Anything else?
Teable. This one focuses on being an AI database agent. It aims to take your messy internal data and turn it into actionable insights or trigger automated workflows, cleaning up data and making it useful.
Right, dealing with the data deluge. Okay, so we've gone from the AI bubble worries
through the guts of 5G network automation to why radiologists are thriving despite AI.
touched on some amazing science breakthroughs.
And landed on tools trying to automate data work. Quite a journey.
The thread seems to be understanding context, right? Where is AI just hype? Where is it useful automation? And where is it still just an assistant needing that human judgment?
Definitely. So here's a final thought to leave you with. We talked about that 5GA agent engineer team, achieving high-level network automation, managing 500,000 sites.
L4 autonomy.
If that level of AI automation is proven effective in a complex field like telecom network management, what does that imply for human support roles in areas without the heavy regulation and liability shield of medicine? Think like corporate IT support, basic customer service.
But that's the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where else can that level of automation take hold once the tech matures and the economics make sense?
Something for all of us to consider.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we have time for on this deep dive. Thanks for joining us. If you found this breakdown helpful, please do follow the AI brief.
And share it with others who want to stay informed on AI without getting lost in the noise. Thanks for listening.